I've got a fabulous little haul here from Direct Cosmetics. There was something I specifically wanted to get from them. There was a couple of things actually, but one of them was super cheap. And I've been looking at that for ages, and I wanted to spend a certain amount of money to make it kind of worth paying for postage and all that kind of thing, because you don't get free postage. So I thought, okay, I'm going to get all these little cheapies that I've been kind of like, I'm just kind of interested in them when I buy the big thing that I wanted. Um, I mean, hello to everyone. I just thought it would be funny to show you guys, because I know headless perfume reviewers often will have a beautiful kind of mug of tea or coffee or whatever. I'm tired today. I am drinking mine in a very British way from a Sports Direct mug the size of my own head. And all of my nails are broken off except for that one, which is what happens whenever I wear nail varnish, which is why I don't normally wear it. So I'm being very unglamorous this morning, and I'm having a coffee. While I'm doing this. Let's start off with Jennifer Aniston chapter 2. It's not just someone, I've seen quite a few people reviewing this. And just generally Jennifer Aniston perfumes, and although they say they don't last, people do seem to think they're nice perfumes. And so when this came up, I think it was $12.99 on Direct Cosmetics, I thought I'm just going to try it and see what it's like, even though I should have known better, because the jasmine is really high up in the votes on this. So chapter 2, there she is, looking very glamorous, like she's on a night out. The thing is with Jennifer Aniston, I can imagine this is what she smells like. Although this is not a sort of overly glamorous smelling perfume in like a traditional sense, it's definitely the sort of thing that she seems like she would wear. She seems like she would wear something beachy, soft, subtle. She doesn't seem like someone who's going to be rocking up in, Black Orchid or whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of nice. I always feel that with Sarah Jessica Parker as well. I feel like her perfumes are things she might actually wear. Okay. So, I do love this bottle. I do really. I think it's simple, it's pretty. I like the ombre, but like other people have said, the chapter bottles, chapter 1 and chapter 2, are really easy to hold. They're really easy to spray, easy to store. They're just really, really pretty. It says Jennifer Aniston around the top here. So this was a bit of a disappointment for me, not because I was expecting to like it, but because I did like it when I first sprayed it. When I first sprayed it, this gave me the vibe of Jennifer Lopez still, but kind of slightly less fruity and slightly less tea-like, but that just general zen, kind of chilled out, spa-like, lovely, summery scent. But then the more it dried down, the more it started to remind me of Hot from Benetton, which is basically a dupe for Chanel Allure. And I can't wear that perfume because the jasmine in it really takes a kind of funky indolic vibe on my skin and becomes quite kind of weird and woody and chemically smelling on me. So the notes in this, let's have a little look. There are top notes of water notes, mandarin orange, coconut milk and lavender. Middle notes of solar notes, jasmine, gardenia, orris and hibiscus. Base notes, musk, sandalwood, amber and amberette. So, you do get the watery notes. You do get the solar notes. Those are pretty high up, I'd say. I think there's a gentle vibe in this where the lavender is kind of there, but the jasmine is the strong floral in this, 100%. I'm not sure I would have necessarily guessed there was coconut milk because I don't find this particularly creamy, but I definitely can see there's a lot of sandalwood, which again, I love sandalwood. So if jasmine wasn't in this, if it was gardenia, hibiscus and orris and lavender, and it didn't have the jasmine that turns really nasty on my skin, I would be super into this perfume. And I can smell the jasmine on the card, but really it just really takes a turn on my skin, the same way that Hot did, and it's just headache inducing to me. which is a shame because, and again, if you don't have that same kind of problem, if you like, if you really like jasmine, or if you have hot or allure, and you like those perfumes and they work on you, then this will work on you too. I would say this would be an amazing like summery version of allure. Like, it's got that kind of vibe to it. So it has a slightly 90s, early 2000 classic scent about it. And again, I can kind of see that with her, you know, I can kind of imagine Jennifer Aniston, because of her age as well. She's probably older than me, but she probably wore all those kind of perfumes when she was young. So I can kind of see that that's where her perfumes would go as well. So yeah, that one wasn't really, it's not for me. I won't keep it, but I do appreciate it, you know. Oh, I'm so obsessed with this. I'm wearing this today. I have been looking at this for ages because it was just such a bargain. So this is clean. This is classic, simply clean. I mean, lots of clean, classic, all that. There's loads of these perfumes. It took me a little while, to be honest, to find the right one on Fragrantica. It was I think it was £5.99 on Direct Cosmetics for a 30ml, and for clean, again, that's like a bargain because these are much more expensive normally. I mean, not much more, but I'm pretty sure you're looking at maybe £30-40 for a 30ml of these normally. I read the notes. I thought it looked nice. I love a kind of laundry-ish smell. So I've been looking at this one for ages, but because it was so cheap, I waited till I did a proper haul. So it says on the back here, eco-conscious, non-toxic, cruelty-free, vegan, fuffalate-free, I don't know what that means, gluten-free. Didn't even know that was a thing in perfumes, but here we go. Very cute, easy to take around with you bottle, which I'm very happy about. I like the kind of simplicity of these. They are very cheap bottles. I am obsessed. I'm so obsessed with clean, simply clean from their classic range that I went straight back and ordered a backup of this because I'm going to wear the hell out of this in summer. I know I am. Reason that I know I am is because I got this last year. This is an Eau Fresh. It's Fresh Laundry and Lavender. And it was so refreshing and lovely in the really like crazy over 40 degrees high heat days. Fabulous on days where it's hot on the tube. Obviously this is an Eau Fresh, so it doesn't last very long. And I know that I'm going to love this, and because it's such a small bottle and it's so expensive to get it like new, I just thought, right, that's it. I'm just going to get myself a little backup because this is one that will come in my bag when it's hot. So Fragrantica doesn't have the right notes for this, or it only has a couple of notes. So I got this from the actual clean website. Top notes: bergamot, cardamom, lavender. Middle notes: mimosa, fresh laundry accord, and aquatic blossom. Base notes: fresh hinoki wood, white musk, heliotrope. This definitely has a really noticeable fresh laundry accord, the same that's in this one. Which is obviously the clean fresh laundry accord, and I'm just saying I think I'm probably going to like, if I ever see them for cheap I'll try them, but I think I'm going to like a lot of clean. These are the only two that I did get an Eau Fresh that was coconut water and something and fresh air or something like that, and I didn't like that because it's got like pineapple, I think, which I didn't like with the kind of wateriness of it, but I still got it to like use as a room spray and stuff. I just didn't like it on my skin. But these two, I'm obsessed. So I can definitely get a sense for that hinoki wood. Weirdly enough, one of the other things in this haul also has a hinoki wood in it. And if you watch my videos normally, you'll know that I really like Forever by Agatha Ruiz de la Prada. That has hinoki wood in it, and I can really recognise that specific wood in the three perfumes that I have that have it in. And there's something really special and magical about it. It's not, I don't know what it is, whether it's like a herbally wood or like a kind of green and leafy wood, I don't know, but it's so pretty. I would say definitely I can sense some lavender. There is something so, maybe it's the heliotrope, it's giving it like a real sweet skin scent There's definitely a sweetness in this. If you'd have told me there was tonka bean in it, or like literally a sugar accord, I'd have totally believed you. So what I think is that this one, because it's an Eau Fresh, this smells like freshly washed wet laundry with a lavender vibe. Whereas this one smells like just out of the tumble dryer, fresh laundry, with a kind of lavender and heliotrope vibe. I'm obsessed. I love it. I'm wearing it right now. I knew I was going to wear that. I mean, I've only had this for a few days. I kind of rushed to get this one up because I knew I was going to wear this and one of my others this week. So I've pushed my other videos like until a different day so that I could put this up this week. I love it. I think it's so yummy. I'm really excited about that one, and it's such a nice little size to just take with me. I'm definitely going to wear that one in really hot weather and just around the house when I just want to smell like delicious fresh laundry. It's just, I'm really digging clean. I really want to try some more, but they're a bit expensive for me anyway. All right, let's do another one that I like. Let's see. We're on to the Elizabeth Arden section. This is what spurred me to do my little voting poll thing about about which houses people like to get their affordable perfumes for, like what their favourite affordable houses are. I'm pretty sure Elizabeth Arden is mine. Now, I've got a few Elizabeth Ardens that I've wanted to declutter, or I have decluttered, that I haven't been able to wear myself. And for some reason, I haven't got on with them. But I don't know that I've ever come across an Elizabeth Arden that I would tell people not to buy. To be fair, some of the flankers from like green tea. So some of the, every year they do a new flanker and I'm just like, just get the original. That's how I feel about some of those. But generally speaking, when I try Elizabeth Arden perfumes, there's always something to recommend them, especially for their price. So I saw a couple of these little 15ml like pen sprays on Direct Cosmetics. Sadly, this one, I think I might have nabbed the last one because it's gone, but you can get a whole bottle of this for less than a tenner, to be fair. So I probably spent like £3 something on this. This is Provocative Woman. I remember the adverts for this because it had Catherine Zeta-Jones wearing a kind of sexy pirate style dress or something that kind of looked like it had been torn up, but that was the fashion back in the day. This is an eau de parfum. No more information on it than that. I will take it out, but it's just a little pen spray. Oh good, I've still got my thing that I can spray it on. So it's a really good size pen spray. I really want to get hold of Red Door. I really want my Fifth Avenue and Fifth Avenue. There's a few that I want, and I'd love to be able to get them in pen sprays, but I think I'm probably going to have to get actual little bottles of those. I can't find any pen sprays, annoyingly. I think I like Red Door. I'm pretty sure I've smelt it before, and it reminds me a little bit of Poison. So if it does, I'm probably going to dig it. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to spray this out because it gives me two feelings that are weird. I've got the dry down on here at the moment. Yeah, totally does. Okay, and then let me just spray. I like this one. I don't think it's the right time of year for me to wear it because I think I'd wear this in cooler weather. But Provocative Woman. Okay. Yeah, so weird. Okay, so the notes here are top notes of quince, ginger, lotus, raspberry and peach. Definitely super fruity on first spray. Middle notes are orchid, pink freesia, apricot and papaya. So again, you've got a lot of lovely juicy fruits in here. Base notes, sandalwood, hinoki wood, there it is, amber, red amber, white tea and cedar. So with the exception of cedar, I'm not mad for lotus, but it's not a problem. But with the exception of cedar and possibly peach, there wasn't really much that could go wrong for me here. And it was so weird. The first time I ever sprayed this, it gave me a weird, slight vibe of Lonvin Oxygen, which is a lactonic, sweet, irisy, powdery kind of spa scent. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the tea and I don't know. Because they don't really share many notes. I think it's probably the sandalwood in the tea. But now it's like Ooh, you get that quince, you get that raspberry. I'm just going to have a look at the votes. So the votes on this one, quince and ginger and lotus are at the top. Quince and ginger are the highest. Then it's lotus and sandalwood. Then it's orchid and raspberry. Although hinoki wood, I really can smell that hinoki wood. It's not far behind. I get that apricot and peach. I get quite a lot of apricot and peach. I'm a bit sad that I don't get a little bit more of that papaya, because I think that's one of the things that really sold me. You know, I was like, oh my God, I'd love a papaya perfume. I'd like a papaya, raspberry and lime perfume. That's what I'd like. Just because I like eating a papaya with fresh raspberries and lime juice squeezed on top. It's like one of my favourite things in hot weather. But the weird thing about this one is the more it dries down, the more it gets powdery. And then I've not seen anyone else say this. I haven't seen any comparisons to the things this reminds me of. So I might be insane. But it starts to remind me of Tom Ford Black Orchid. In a much lighter and more subtle way, less beastly, kind of slightly less sultry, but still quite sexy. Yeah, there's just it's still really fruity at the moment, but when it really dries down, both on my skin and like the dry down I had on this bit of paper, there is just something black orchidy about it. And I was like, it just makes sense, doesn't it? Like, everyone goes mad for these really high designer ones, and that's always what happens. And then so often I smell something that's older. It's exactly the same with the like Amethyst and Meliora, right? Amethyst came before Meliora. It's not a dupe for Meliora. Meliora is like a different version of that original perfume. So Provocative Woman, if I can ever say it's been around for a really long time. And I think it was, it's called Provocative Woman because it's supposed to be like a sexy woman. And that's exactly what people say about like Black Orchid, right? I have a dupe of Black Orchid called Passion from Makeup Revolution, which I think is excellent. I think it smells just like it. So yeah, I feel like I'm going to try this out in autumn because I think it's really pretty. I really like it. It was surprising. I genuinely thought it smelled just like Oxygen when I first got it, which is just madness because I don't see why it should. Okay, so I got another pen spray and I was definitely not sure that I would particularly like this one. Let's have a look. This is Always Red by Elizabeth Arden. Like I said, I really want Red Door. I think Always Red, is there one called Forever or something? There's one that's got flowers on it. That's the one I was originally interested in, but I couldn't get a pen spray. And because this was only about £3, I thought, well, I might as well try it to review. 15ml again. So this one, I didn't like this. I haven't tried it on my skin because I just don't think I'm going to enjoy it. Yeah, it's got a really perfumey smell. There's something in this. Ooh, let's give that a quick new spray. It smells a bit like white wine. And not because it smells like alcohol, but it's got like a sweet, winey smell about it. Yeah, so notes in this one. Top notes, plum, blood orange and passion fruit. Middle notes, rose, jasmine, sambac, pink freesia. Base notes, praline, red amber and mahogany. Yeah, this is another one of those that for me, I find the acidic fruit mixed with the incredible sweet notes jarring and unpleasant. Like, I just can't do this kind of mixture of acidity with a lot of like sugary sweetness when it's like a kind of praline-y or chocolatey kind of smell. I feel like I think the word I used for it is curdled. It kind of reminds me of, if you're cooking, literally mixing like chocolate with like lemon juice and how it will separate, It's too sharp for me while also being a bit sickly. The votes for this one are the top vote, so the strongest note is plum, followed by praline, followed by amber, and then you drop down a bit and you've got blood orange, mahogany and rose. Although the rose and the passion fruit, I mean, I can definitely smell passion fruit. But yeah, it's mainly plum. It smells like a classic perfume. It's got a really perfumey smell. And this one is compared to Armani C. Now, I've had a La Rive dupe of the red C. I can't remember whether that's like an intense one. I can't remember what that's called. But the one in the red bottle. And it definitely has that same vibe. I didn't like that one either. It's got too much of a perfumey smell to it that I can't get along with. There's just something about the acidity of the fruit in there mixed with the sweet notes that I don't like. And I can I can totally say, if you like C and you don't want to pay Armani prices, you should definitely try Always Red, because it's absolutely got that same vibe. And I assume, I mean, I don't know because I haven't checked the dates on this one, but I do wonder if Always Red came out before C. Oh no, okay, so maybe this is actually supposed to be a dupe. So Armani C came out in 2013 and Always Red came out in 2015. So actually, this might be one of those times where Elizabeth Arden has done a good dupe for an expensive perfume. You can get this for like 20 quid for 100ml. Maybe 25. And I mean, yeah, it's totally got that sea vibe to it, but without like too much patchouli. I don't know if there's, but I mean, it smells very perfumey, so it's kind of hard for me to say because I don't like patchouli. So I think part of my brain goes, well, there's probably patchouli in there. But I think generally speaking, you're probably really safe to buy that one if you like C. Now then, this, oh my God. So this is the big one that I wanted to buy, and this is why I did this little haul. Elizabeth Arden Mediterranean. It has taken me a stupidly long time to get this. So the reason I was looking at it again, it was actually suggested to me in one of my comments. So shout out if anyone's watching this and you're the person who said that I should try Mediterranean. I kind of kept looking at it and I couldn't really find the best price for it, and I wanted it for around 20 quid because I was going to be doing a little bit of a blind buy initially. But what I ended up doing is I found a little miniature on eBay for like 6 quid. I ordered that, it turned up, and I could tell that it had gone off. But underneath it, I could smell something magical, and I was like, okay, I know this has gone peppery, I know it's gone off, I'm going to get a big bottle. So I had a look around. Direct Cosmetics had it for 21 quid. The thing that sparked my interest in this again is the fact that it's got the main note basically is wisteria. Wisteria is kind of lilac-y, it's a lovely purple floral, and I sort of decided that I was going to have to get rid of my Drop to Issy just because the ambroxan in it makes it go really weird on my skin. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the La Rive dupe for Eclat d'Arpège, because that's a really nice lilac perfume, but it's got a slight D&G light blue smell about it, although it's much nicer in my opinion. But yeah, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to order this big bottle. I think it was £21, but because I spent more, I actually got like a little discount code for this from vouchercodes.co.uk. I love a voucher. Oh my goodness, even the dry down's heaven. Let me just take this out. Firstly, I can't believe it's taken me so long to get this just because the bottle is beautiful. Look at this bottle. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. It's so pretty. Oh, it's actually more turquoise than it looks here. It looks really blue on my screen, but it matches my room. It's beautiful, kind of turquoisey teal. Heaven. Okay, I know I'm going to wear this. Well, if it's nicer weather, it's been blooming cold recently, but it's fresh. It's zingy, it's pretty, it's a light, gentle purple floral. Oh my goodness. I am so happy with this. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So the notes in this. Top notes, plum, Sicilian mandarin and peach. Middle notes, wisteria, magnolia and orchid. Base notes, musk, sandalwood and amber. Now the votes, I mean, I completely agree with these, right? Top vote is for wisteria, like 320 votes, that is the top one. And then the next one down, which drops down to 279 votes, is magnolia. And then the plum. The mandarin's not far behind the plum. The musk isn't far behind. I definitely get a lovely... You can smell sandalwood, but it's not like the dominant note here. What I love about this is it is watery and aquatic, but it isn't... Even though it's got some sharp things in it, and it's got magnolia, which sometimes can be a bit screechy to me, it's so soft and like almost fluffy, while still having that like watery, aquatic, slightly sea vibe. It's almost got a saltiness to it. And like, is that my imagination because of this bottle? Or is it actually called Mediterranean because it has like a sea accord or something? But it's got a sweetness to it. It's got a natural floral sweetness to this that I often find is lacking or is way too amped up. So for instance, I haven't put my review up yet, but I have Cool Water, or I had Cool Water for Women, because I wanted to try that. And people kind of talk about that one quite a lot, but I found that one so sickly. It was like aquatic, but also very powdery and ridiculously sweet to me. And I just hated that. This is the perfect balance. It also gives me a very slight vibe, I mean, I guess slightly, of the things that I liked in Britney Spears' Curious. Now that is a perfume I couldn't wear. The jasmine was too strong. It just went funny on my skin. But I think on anyone else, I would love that perfume. There's something magical about it. And the magnolia in that is really nice. It's just the general composition doesn't work for me. It gives me a headache. Whereas this is like a perfect magnolia because it mixes so well with that wisteria, which gives it that slight lilac-y vibe. It's absolutely lush. I'm so happy that I bought this. I highly recommend it. I can't believe it took me so long. I'm actually just going to have a quick look to see if I can find a different set of notes to see if this actually has a C accord in it. So the good news is that this Mediterranean is still on the Elizabeth Arden website, which means hopefully it's still in production, although I think it just said that it was sold out. So hopefully that's not because they're not going to make it anymore. But their description is, the Mediterranean captures the ease, spirit and natural beauty of Capri, Italy, celebrating sunshine, clear blue skies, warm ocean breeze, sensual florals combined with creamy woods to reflect the whispering waters and rich textures of the Mediterranean. So I wouldn't be surprised if there is something slightly salty and oceanic in this, even if it's not in the notes. So top notes: Sicilian orange, peach nectar sorbet, damask plum. Middle notes: star magnolia, radiant wisteria and Madagascar orchid. Base notes: addictive sandalwood, fluid skin musk and golden amber whisper. It is beautiful, and actually it translates exactly as it smells in the bottle onto my skin. It just smells the same. It's relatively linear. It doesn't really change. It's just floral, pretty, summery. I can totally imagine I'm on the Italian coastline. I mean, just beautiful. Yeah, so I'm super excited about it, and I'm super excited about Clean. I absolutely love Clean. Simply Clean is such a beautiful... If you like laundry scents and you can get this for a good price, I highly recommend it. I think it's brilliant. So yeah, that's my little Direct Cosmetics haul. I love Direct Cosmetics. Occasionally I will get something from them that's already been sprayed and like smells like it's gone off. I actually got Hugo Boss Woman. I have Hugo Woman, but there's a different person called Boss Woman, and I'm pretty sure it's gone off, so I have to ask them that I can return that one. But these are brilliant, absolutely delicious. I think these all came wrapped up. I think they all did, actually. I don't think any of these were kind of returned, you know. They were all fresh, beautiful, they smell amazing. So yeah, that's my little haul.